What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. This is a quick overview of the Strider SNG, I believe this is. And this is from, this is a Monkey Edge exclusive for the California Custom Knife Show, spring of 2023. Very cool knife. I've done other Strider videos, and I'll put a link to my Strider playlist down below. They're not my favorite, okay? I have a buddy, Gary, I've known for probably 10 years, who loves Strider knives. I actually bought him one for his birthday years ago. And then my other newer recent friend, Eric, knew that I was going to the show and asked me to pick this up for him. Now, they had three different colorways. They had this gray one, they had a blacked out one, and then they had black with gray, kind of, it was like a two-tone. It was kind of odd. But anyway, I was going to the show. Eric asked me if I would proxy this for him, which means I'd pick it up there because you could only get it at the show. They were only bringing some limited number. Nobody knew. Monkey Edge didn't tell you how many they were bringing. They didn't tell you how much it was going to cost. Yeah, so I got there early. And if you missed my live stream I did a few days ago, I told the story there. You can go check that out. But yeah, I got there early. I got an early entry pass, VIP pass that got me in an hour before the general public. Sure, whatever. It was interesting. I wasn't so far back in the line. I was kind of middle of the line-ish. And we all kind of walked up nicely. And as soon as you entered the door of the showroom, people literally started running. There was like 2 or 3 hot ticket booths with hot items, and everybody literally started jogging, power walking over to the booths. So I did the same thing. I was actually in line with another buddy. I'm going to kind of try to wipe off some of this lint stuff. I was in line with another buddy, Gary, and he was going to the same booth. He sent his son over to the actual Strider booth, and Gary and I jogged over to the Monkey Edge booth. And we both picked up one of these. I don't remember what color Gary got, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Don't know how many they ultimately had. I think we were 10 or 12 people behind in the line at the Monkey Edge table. Say booth, but it's just a table, but you guys know what I mean. And yeah, I just quickly picked the gray one. Eric said he wanted the gray, but to get whatever was available. So I got the gray with the Bowie blade. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm not going to go over all the specs. I mean, it's, yeah, sure. I mean, it's 3.5 inch blade, 2.8 inch cutting edge. It's 8.25 inches overall, runs on phosphor bronze washers, and it has the traditional Strider lock stick. And the action is good, but not great. It's not drop shut. It's not really thumb flicking yet. It has broken in a little bit. Give it a little bit of wrist or a little bit of arm, and it's going to open for you. Flamed lock side. G10 scales from a company called VZ Grip. VZ Grips. VZGrips.com. I'll put a link down below. They actually make a ton of custom scales for firearms. It's actually pretty cool. Mostly what they do is G10, but they also do micarta, carbon fiber, and a host of other materials. So if you're into that sort of stuff, you might want to check them out because you got some options there. This one does come in CPM 3V. Just a steel, I believe it's steel. Maybe it's a titanium pocket clip. Let me see. Grab a magnet. I didn't double check that. Yes. Just a bent titanium pocket clip, which works really well. There is a bit of a gap here. People will maybe complain about, but it works perfectly in the pocket. The whole Strider knife, it feels okay in the hand. Like, I don't know. I'm not a super huge fan. I'm sorry. I did, after I bought this, I went over to the Strider booth to hook up with Gary and his son. Well, Gary went over there to hook up with his son. I went with. And I got to meet Mick Strider. I mean, that was kind of cool. I'm not going to, I can't argue that point. It was kind of cool to meet the legend Mick Strider. So, but I still don't love your knives. I'm sorry. So there you go. Let me give you just a couple of quick size comparisons just so you get a feel. I think everybody knows about the Strider. Here's the Sharpie, the Spyderco Delica, and since I met Jason at the California Custom Knife Show, there is the VC Edge interface. So, cool Strider knife. I will be getting this shipped out to Eric right away. And Eric is actually sending me some amazing custom knives. He's got quite a story on a couple of knives that he designed and had made by some famous makers. So you're going to want to stick around to hear a story about some of Eric's collection as he adds this to his collection. Thanks a lot, guys. Check out my Strider playlist over here.